He is a small boy, Bruno, and here is his 12-year-old sister Gretel, and his father was a commandant in the German army during World War II, and he is shifting to his new house in Berlin. When he first saw their new house, Bruno's eyes opened wide, his mouth made the shape of an O, and his arms stretched out at his sides. Everything about it seemed to be the exact opposite of their old home, and he couldn't believe that were really going to live there. The house in Berlin had stood on a quiet street, and alongside it were a handful of big other houses like his own. It was always nice to look at them because they were almost the same as his house, but not quite. Other boys lived in them who played with if they were friends or steered clear of if they were terrible. However, the new house had only three floors: a top floor where all three bedrooms were and only one bathroom, a ground floor with a kitchen, a dining room, and a new office for father, which he presumed had the same restrictions as the old one, and a basement where the house help slept. All around the house in Berlin were other streets of large houses, and when you walked towards the center of town, there were always people strolling around and stopping to chat with each other or rushing around and saying that they had no time and one thing to do. There was something about the new house that made Bruno think that no one ever laughed there, that there was nothing to laugh and at nothing to be happy about. Then I think the best thing to be would to be forget all the about the things that we can chalk into our experience. He added a phrase he had learned recently and was determined to use as often as possible. Mother smiled. I have another phrase for you, she said. It's that we have to make the best of a bad situation. If you sort that lot out, you could put them in the chest of drawers over there, she said, pointing towards an ugly chest that stood across the room beside a mirror that was covered in dust. What do you think of all this, Maria? He asked after a long silence because he had always liked Maria and as felt she was the one of the another of the family. That's not for me, said Maria. Your mother explained to you about your father's job and what father's job? The door opened wider and Bruno stepped back as the figure appeared, but it wasn't the father. It was a much younger man and not as tall as father either, but they wore the same type of uniform, another only without as many decorations on it. He was carrying a box in his hands and walking towards the staircase. He gave Bruno some rupees and quick nod and continued on his way. Who was that? Asked Bruno. The young man had seemed so serious and busy that he assumed he must be some very important one of your father's soldiers, I suppose, said Maria. We will got to know them in time. I don't think I like him, said Bruno. He was too serious. I don't even think there's going to be anyone to play with other than Gretel. And what fun if the after all she's a hopeless case. He felt as if he was about to cry again but stopped himself. There wasn't or there didn't seem to be, but then one thing caught his eye. Over in the corner of the room opposite to the door, there was a window in the ceiling that stretched down into the wall. He walked slowly towards it, hoping that from here he might be able to see all the way. He walked to Berlin and his house and the stress all around it and the tables where the people sat and told each other hilarious stories. So this was the end of the video, guys. Please like and subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon and also share with your friends.